Hey everybody, it's Karen with Food and Family. It's a rainy day today and I love to be in my kitchen and cooking on these days. So today I've decided I'm getting in here and I'm going to make some freezer breakfast meals. Pop Jones loved to have breakfast in the morning, and you know, sometimes it's busy. You're up, you're running, getting ready to leave to go to work or school. So you just need something quick, something you can grab and go. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to make some things that he can eat on the way to work or after he gets to work, settle down, and he can heat them up. So I'm going to start by browning up some sausage. We're going to cook quite a bit of sausage today because that is his favorite. And I need browned sausage, ground it up. And I also need sausage patties. We're going to make several different things today. I'm going to make some of the egg, cheese, and sausage little muffin cups that I'm sure you've seen before. And we're going to make some pancakes and sausage. And I'm also going to make some eggs, potatoes, and sausages. And just having a little meal like that. So y'all stay with me and I'm going to get this going, okay? So I've got 2 pounds of sausage that I'm putting in my frying pan here. Let me wash my hands off. So we're going to get this browned, and I've got everything set out. Oh, I'm also going to make some cinnamon toast French toast. We haven't made that in a while. There is a video out that I've done doing that, so you can check that out. Can you hear that sizzling? And that is smelling good already. Okay, so I'm not going to make you watch me cook all of this sausage. So let me get it cooked. Then I am going to cook the sausage patties. We need those as well. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you what we're going to do with all this, okay? Okay, so we have our sausage browned up. Now I've got the patties going in here. So while they're going, let's don't sit idle. Let's have something else going. Now I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees. I am going to make him a little treat. And you probably have seen this. And it is, I think I've actually made them before, chocolate chip cookies. And I'm going to put a Reese's, little mini Reese cup in the middle. Reese, whatever you want to call it. That's how I say it. So I'm actually using the store-bought cookie dough. Make it easy on yourself. And these you just break apart. And you can bake however many you want. And I'm going to bake all 24. And I'm putting them in this mini muffin pan. And when they come out of the oven, I'm going to put the little Reese cup in it. And then we're done with them. We'll let them sit aside, let them cool, and we'll bag them up for him. So this way, he has him a nice little treat during the middle of the day. And see, it's that simple. My stove's been preheating and it's almost done. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these in. And I'm gonna set my timer for 10 minutes. And we'll check them. And in the meantime, let's check our sausages and see if they're ready to turn over. They're getting there. So I'm going to unwrap these little Reese cups. And it's the little mini ones. So I'm just going to put them in this bowl here so they'll be waiting on us. And I've got 24 cookies and I'm going to do 24 of these little mini cups. So I'm going to get back to frying my sausage and making this. And like I said, let's stay idle, okay? I'll be back. I just took our cookies out of the oven. Look at here. Now, those Reese cups that I opened up, I'm going to put one in the center of each. Just press it down a little bit. I make them a lot at the holidays. My sister used to make these. And everybody looks so forward to it. My Carrie, my daughter-in-law, she loved them. So when my sister Robin made these, she made an extra batch, especially for Carrie. Nobody else could have them. She had her own batch. You could also use peanut butter cookies. You can, in place of the Reese's cups on here, you can use a Hershey Kiss. I've done that. They're very good. You know, there's all kind of options. Just use your imagination. You could use the macadamia nut cookie. Pre-made cookie dough. There's just so many things you can do. Now, I'm just going to let that set aside. Looky there. I'm going to set it aside. Oops. And the heat from those cookies is going to melt that Reese's cup into the cookie. Okay, so I'm on the last of my sausage patties. And I have decided that I want to throw in some smoked sausage for Pop. Give him a little different option for a couple of days. He loves sausage. He's not a big bacon eater. He will eat it, but sausage is his favorite. So I have Conecuh sausage. I had a piece of Conecuh sausage in my freezer, so I took it out. And what I'm going to do is, this is was a 1 pound package. This is half of it. So this is a half a pound. So I'm going to cut it in half. Now I'm just going to cut big chunks, okay? And I'm going to cut it down the middle. Y'all have seen me do this before. But don't go all the way through. Go just enough that you can open it up like that, and it'll stay together. If it doesn't, that's quite all right. It's not going to change the taste of it. So y'all give me just a minute. Let me get this finished frying up. Then we'll be back, okay? All right, everybody, we're back. I have gotten all of the sausage cooked. I've got 2 pounds of browned sausage, 20 sausage patties, and 6 Conecuh sausage links. So I think that'll be, and if we don't use it all, we'll put it in a freezer bag and put it in the freezer for another meal, so it won't go to waste. Okay, so while we were cooking that up and on break, I beat up a dozen eggs. I use extra large eggs. I've got a muffin tin. It's a 12-tin muffin tin. So what I'm going to do now is, I've got my eggs beaten. I've got some half and half in it. I beat 12 eggs and I put about half a cup of half and half and a good heaping half a cup of cheddar cheese. Use your choice. I used mild, and that's what I had. And now I'm going to put some sausage in it. This is a 1/3 cup measure. So that's a good heaping 2/3 cup of sausage. I think I want just a little bit more. Actually, so that's probably going to be about a cup. So I'm going to use my 1/3 cup. Now, I pre-sprayed these. I sprayed them with a non-stick cooking spray. So I'm going to take my measuring cup, and I'm going to fill these up, not all the way, but close. Okay. Looky here, I've got 12, and I have some left over. So let's do what I said. Let me get my little mini muffin pan. These make some good little, just little bites. I want to spray the cups. I'm getting low on spray here. I've got some more. And my overflow, let's start with that. I'm going to put some in the center right there. Just a few. All right, look, we made 8 little mini muffins. So there we go. So I'm going to get these in the oven, and I'm going to get them cooking, and then I'm going to come back. And we're going to start on something else. We've got okay, so while our sausage, egg, and cheese muffins are in the oven, let's make some French toast. Okay, I have some artisan bread here. It's not real thick. I don't want it real thick. You can use brioche. You can use whatever you want. This is just a bakery bread. Actually, I get it in the bread section. It's made by Sara Lee. So we're going to crack 3 eggs. We need 3 eggs. Let's just move that out of our way while we're doing this. Right in it. Okay, so 3 eggs. Let me rinse my hands. We do not want raw eggs, okay? So I've got 3 eggs. I'm beating them up. I've got 1/2 of a cup of half and half. I've got 1/4 cup of granulated sugar. We're going to use 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Now, I know cinnamon can be a little bit overpowering sometimes, but I think a teaspoon works in this recipe. So a teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/2 of a teaspoon of vanilla. Y'all know I don't measure, I just splash. A little more, a little less, doesn't hurt anything. And I've got some nutmegs. That one's just not much left to it. And I'm going to grate just a tiny bit of that's loud in it. A little bit of nutmeg in here. Altogether, that was maybe between 1/8 and 1/4 of a teaspoon. Okay. Get back in there, Nut. And we're going to just whisk this up. Okay, so while I'm whisking it up, I want to melt some butter in my skillet. And this is a couple of tablespoons, maybe 3 tablespoons total. Let me reach back here and get a spatula. We gotta have something to flip them with. Okay, so let's get, now, this is me, but I do not soak my bread. I want it to give it a good dunk and get it coated. Was that loud? But I don't want it soaked. I want, oh, if you could see. Oh, if you could see the cinnamon on this piece of bread. See if I can hold it up. I don't use a thick bread because I want to give it a chance. Looky there. Can you see that? I want to give it a chance for that bread to get good and hot on the inside. Yes. So I've got a pan. So when these come up, I'm going to put them on this pan, and then we're going to set them aside until we're ready to pull all of these breakfasts together and get them in their containers. So let's turn this up. I want it to cook a little more than that. There we go. I'm going to get out a couple of more pieces of bread because I think we can at least get 2 more, if not 3 or 4. And I don't know if you can see in this pan well enough to see this toast. And I'm going to try to hold it up for you. This is a beautiful example of what I want it to look like. Okay, so let me get the rest of this cooked and on our pan, and I'll be back with you, okay? We're back, and I want you to see this beautiful French toast that we made. Looky there. Oh, if you could just smell it. It smells just like cinnamon toast. Now, we're going to make some potatoes. I'm going to scramble some eggs, and we're going to put it together with our sausage in the plate. So I have got some Southern style hash browns, meaning they're not shredded. It says tear here, but I think I'm going to have to cut it with my scissors. Okay, that's easier, right? I thought. Okay, so I didn't even clean out my skillet, y'all. All I had was butter in it, and I cooked that toast, and it's going to be fine. So I am going to put our potatoes. I'm just going to put a good amount in there, and I'm going to spread them out. And I'm going to put a little salt and pepper on them. We want them to taste good when we feed it to him, right? We're going to send him off to work with a meal that's not much. It may sound like it, but it's not. And we're going to put some black pepper on it. And I'm going to put the lid on it. Also, and y'all should know this was coming, I'm going to put some butter right in there, okay? It's going to be good. So let's put this lid on it, and it's going to steam through those potatoes and get them done a lot quicker. So in the meantime, I'm sorry, I know it's loud. Set that pan there because we're going to put our potatoes and eggs on it. So in the meantime, we're going to crack a bunch of eggs, okay? And put them in here because we're going to scramble those up next. So let's crack up a bunch of eggs here. Now, can you see lined up across my bar area, we have the cookies. We have the little egg, sausage, and cheese muffins. We have the French toast. And I have all this sausage that I've cooked up. So, set that to the side. Now, I need my whisk. And I want some half and half. About half a cup. And I tell you another thing that's good to put in scrambled eggs, and that's sour cream. Have you ever put sour cream in them? It's good. It makes them fluffy. Just gives them a little creamier texture. And some salt. While that's going, let's check our potatoes. I'm using the same spatula I use for the French toast. One I want to keep dirtying up. See, putting that lid on gets that steam through and gets those potatoes done quicker. Now, if you wanted to, I thought about it, but I did not want to take the extra time to do it, and it's going to be just as good. You can cut up your own potatoes and cook them, and I may do that sometime. Today's not that day. Okay, so while that's going, I am going to get some fruit in these little containers, okay? I've got 3 little containers. I've got 6. So I don't know how many we're going to get out of these bags that I bought. Yeah, I know I'm making a lot of noise. I bought a couple of bags of the mixed berry. I tell you what, let's do, so I can make sure these are mixed up good. Let's dump them in a bowl. Because opening that bag, looking at it, it looked like all the blackberries were on the top. I want you to look at these beautiful strawberries, and they're whole strawberries. Isn't that gorgeous? And there's some nice blueberries in here and blackberries. I just want to make sure nothing was clumped together. Okay, so let's start spooning out our fruit. I wish I had some cantaloupe to cut up for him. He would really like that. You don't have to put a lot in it. Now, what I'm putting in here, he may not eat it all, just depending on how his day's going. Looky there. See, and that's a nice bowl of fruit. Okay, so we got 6 fruit cups out of that. See how quick and easy that was? Now, I'm going to get this put in the freezer so they don't fall. And let's check these potatoes one more time. Okay, so let me get these put in the freezer, give that a last stir, and I'm going to come back in a few minutes and we're going to get these potatoes taken up and we're going to get our eggs in the pan and scrambled, okay? I got all the potatoes cooked. I came back and I put the rest of the bag in and cooked those because I decided I'm going to make some of the little burrito-like sandwiches for Pop. He's asked for them, so I wanted to put some potatoes in it. And I know, it sounds like potatoes, eggs, sausage. It's all the same. We're going to make some pancakes also, but we're doing it in different ways, so it's going to change it up. But I promise you, this is stuff that he loves. Now, I didn't wash the pan, I just put a bunch of butter. That I added more eggs, so I've got 14 eggs beaten in here. And I come back and added, I added altogether about a half a stick of butter, but we got a lot of eggs. And between all of it, there's not that much butter. I took 4 tablespoons, divided among 14 eggs. So, but what I want you to do when you're scrambling eggs, now take your time, okay? Baby them. Just slowly move them around in the pan. Don't go wild scrambling. You're going to get little bits. You do not want little bits. You want some nice, fluffy eggs. So I'm just gently moving them about. I don't know if you can see in this pan where I'm starting to get egg, scrambled egg. And that's what I want, is nice, fluffy pieces of egg, not little bits. So let me finish this, and when I come back, we're going to make some pancakes, and then we're going to start putting this all together. It will not take long. Okay, so our our eggs and potatoes are done. Now, I've divided it out for his egg, potato, and sausage bowls and his burritos. So there we go. So I'm going to move those out of the way. Sorry. And we're going to make some pancakes. I have 2 cups of pancake mix. I am using store-bought pancake mix, and that's fine. It's just as good as homemade. And yes, I know how to make homemade pancakes, but I'm going to kind of zhuzh these up a little bit. Now, it calls for 1 1/2 cups of water. I'm using 1 cup of water, and I'm going to use 1/2 cup of 1/2 and 1/2. Let's use it up. And we're going to, oh, no, we're not. We've got some, I'm going to add a little bit of sugar. This is our coffee container. That's about a tablespoon. Now, let's stir in. Before we stir it in, let's add a little bit of vanilla to our water mixture. About a teaspoon. It's just going to add some more flavor to it. Now, this is going to be so good. And now I'm going to get 1/2 cup measure to spoon this out with. I don't know, I may not use 1/2 cup. I may do 1/3 cup. Okay, so I'm using 1/3 cup measure. Yes, it's going to be plenty big of a pancake. I like to use butter. You can use oil. And sometimes I use oil. But I'll put 2 pancakes and sausages in his pancake and sausage bowl. Now, I got these little containers, let me show you, for his syrup. Okay? I will not put these in the freezer. So I can pour out his syrup in the morning when he's ready to take those. And if I had some, okay, so let me get all these pancakes cooked up and I'll be back. And I think we're going to be ready to put all of this together. See y'all. Okay, we're back. Look at that beautiful platter of pancakes that we made. Okay, so I've started making some of Pop's breakfast burritos that he likes. Now I've got a couple going. I've got some sausage, egg, cheese, and I'm gonna put a few of these potatoes on here. And let's hope we don't fill it too far that we can't close it up. Simple. Tuck the sides in, pull it up, and start rolling. And it's that simple. So let's just sit right here on this platter until we get them all done. And then they'll be in the pan all at the same time. So let me get these rolled, and I'm going to come back and then we're going to put these in the frying pan, okay? Y'all stay with me. We're done. And we have a lot of meals to put together here. First, we're going to start with the French toast, okay? I'm just going to do a couple so y'all can see what I do, and then I'll come back and I'll finish it up. I'm going to put 2 of these beautiful French toast in each of these containers. And then in the French toast, I'm going to put some smoked sausage with it. Okay? So there we go. That's done. And we're going to close it up. Now I'll come back and put labels on this so he'll see what it is when he's ready for it, okay? So in this one, we're going to put pancakes and sausages. So here's our beautiful pancakes. We're going to put a couple of pancakes in each one, because that's all he'll eat, really, that early in the morning. Then we're going to put a couple of sausages in here. So, and when he is ready to carry this, we'll fix a little container of syrup, set it right down here in the container, and look. What a beautiful meal. Okay, so let's close that up. I am so happy I found these containers yesterday at such a good price. Okay, and last we're going to do the eggs, potatoes, and sausage. So I've got our scrambled eggs and potatoes. Now, like I said, if we have any left, we're just going to freeze it. But I think I may divide this out among his plates. I think this is going to be a big hit. Put some potatoes right here beside it. Yeah, my hands are very, very clean. All he has to do, he can put this in the microwave at work and heat it up for a couple of minutes. It's going to be thawed, and he is going to have a beautiful breakfast. Looky there. And I'll have some forks for him and knife, and he can take it to work. And he's done. Looky there. Look how good we're doing. Okay, so the egg bites, we'll just pull them out as we want them. And the burritos, okay? I'm going to wrap these up in plastic wrap individually. Because honestly, I think he'll only eat one of these. So let's get a nice piece of plastic wrap. Let's put our burrito on there. And we're going to wrap it up. Let's zip it off. I love these plastic wrap boxes now that they've put that little zipper on there. I don't fight with it so much. So I'm going to come in on the side here, and I'm going to tuck that plastic in, wrap it around, and just roll it up. Then I'm going to take all of these and I'm going to put them in a freezer bag. And that way we can just take out, we'll label the bag. We can just take out what we want, he wants, and it's done. Looky there. How nice and neat. What a beautiful little package. Now, you saw the fruit. Let's move this because I want to show you what I'm going to do now. We've got the cookies to put away. Now, he won't eat all of these, but I'm going to put several in the little container, and he can take them. He'll leave them in his desk drawer. I know he won't eat them all, and he'll have them for a couple of days or so. Or if he has one of his guys come in he wants to share, he's got them to share. So let's put a couple more. Looky there. Now, and like I said, he will not eat all of these at one time. Okay, so that's it. Now I'm going to finish filling these up, these containers up, and I'm going to get them in the freezer. So I'll hold out. Let's see, tomorrow's Friday. Today's Thursday, so I'm not sure exactly when you'll see this. So I'm going to hold one back for tomorrow, so he'll have one to carry for lunch with him. Then I'm going to put the rest in the freezer. I appreciate you guys being with me and joining me in my kitchen. I so enjoy having you here with me. Gives me company while I cook. And I just love being together with all of you. I do very much appreciate all of you. But please like, share, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget, hit that little notification bell so you'll know when we put out our next video. Thanks, everybody. See you soon.